Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview February 18th, 2015. Traders, great to be with you on this Wednesday, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Cloudy skies, rough waters, and lots of wind. Not a nice day out here in Thailand today, my friends. Please remember that this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Today's let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator through the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. In 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida in the United States. Traders, I came to Thailand on a 3-month holiday. Well, it's 2015 and I'm still here, so I guess I'm just going to extend my holiday just a little bit longer. Thailand is a great place to live and also a great place to trade. You can actually trade all 3 sessions and still get a good night's sleep. Alright, that's just a little bit about myself. Traders, let's get this risk disclaimer out of the way. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Alright, let's head over to the news and commentary. Let's give you some numbers. The Dow closed in the green 0.16%, the S&P 500 the same 0.16%, the Nasdaq closed 0.11%, and the Russell 2000 closed at 0.16%. So all of the U.S. markets closed in the green, but I have to tell you, barely closed in the green. Let's move over to the Eurozone, where the DAX closed negative 0.25%, but the FTSE 100 was in the green at 0.60%, with the CAC 40 barely in the green at 0.04%, and the Euro Stoxx 50 in the green at 0.15%. Traders, if we can, let's come on over to my side of the world and take a look at some of these are not currently trading because they're not open yet, but let's take a look. The Nikkei 225 is currently trading at 0.85%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Sydney is currently trading at 0.51% in the green. The Shanghai, which opens in 30 minutes, it closed yesterday at 0.78%. And the Hang Seng, which is not open yet, that also opens in 30 minutes. Closed at 0.24%. The Kospi is at 0.16%. Let's talk about today's news calendar. We do have some data that came out or is going to come out. We have monetary policy statement coming out of the yen today, Bank of Japan press conference, average earnings index out of the pound, climate count change out of the pound, MPC official bank rate votes out of the pound. Those are all high impact number news events, traders. So please keep your eye on those. In the U.S. session, quite busy also. Out of Canada, we have wholesale sales month on month, and out of the U.S., we have building permits and we have PPI month on month. So we got quite a bit of news coming out today. So please keep an eye on that. And some strange movements yesterday in the markets. I was able to grab some pips out of the pound about an hour before their news event. Basically about 25 minutes after the London Open, I got into a trade and grabbed a quick 18 pips and got out. Started to just bubble around, not do anything. So I said, you know what, let's grab these and let's go. So made a little bit of pips yesterday, which was a nice day. It's always nice to make some pips. Alright traders, let's head over to some 60-minute Forex charts. All these charts are 60 minutes. And I have to tell you traders, today the charts are very, very interesting charts. You're really just going to have to trade what you want to trade. I mean, some of these charts, you can flip a coin. But let's get started with our euro dollar. I'm still bearish on this. I'm not bullish on the euro dollar. I know it's above the 200 exponential moving average. Basically, I placed 2 entries here. One is a break of that trend line with a candle close and then trade it down to the 200. I think that's a great trade. Also, if anything closes below the 200, I would take that down also. And I think that's a great trade. And you can take that down to 1335 comfortably. And there's nothing in the way. If you look left of the chart, you have a wide open space once you break that 200 exponential moving average. Yeah, that's a really nice trade. You notice the first trade of the trend line, the stop is very, very tight. All right, let's take a look at the pound. I am bearish in the pound, but it's done some wacky price action lately, my friends. So basically, I am not doing anything. If you look at the daily chart, it's pretty ugly. I'm not doing anything until this closes below the 200. If it doesn't close below the 200, I'm just going to sit back and wait. I'm not trading that trend line. The daily chart is just really very indecisive. I don't know what. I guess what I'm telling you, traders, is I really do not know what this wants to do, and I'm not willing to jump in. I don't have a bias. I don't have a feeling of what's going on here. It's just bouncing all over the place. And as you can see today, as far as data goes, they have a lot of data releases. So maybe in 24 hours, we'll have some solid, concrete direction out of the pound dollar. All right, let's look at the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, I'm bearish, and the Aussie dollar, I've given you two entries. One is I put this trend line, which is a valid trend line. It's a 5-4 touch trend line. I would like to see a break of the trend line, and we'll just take that down. I will not wait for the London Open for this. I will take this as soon as it happens. Also, the other one is if you want to be conservative, just wait for it to break the 200, close below it, and we're going to take this down at 0.7726. And yes, I am bearish. The reason I put those resistance lines above was just so you knew where previous resistance is on the Aussie. And I wanted you to see how close they are together, especially that first one. And I know this is an hourly chart, so that's a lot of pips. But I just wanted you to see those lines and where previous resistance is. So we've been, playing with this now for quite some time. And it's attempted like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to break this resistance, and it's not doing it. So this is either going to bounce off this trend line, it's going to break through everything, and then we'll just have to change our trade plan, or it's going to come back down at resistance, and it's going to give us our sell entry. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Here's another one that is really very hard to read on the daily chart. This is below the 200 exponential moving average. It did yesterday close above it, then came back below it, then it spiked it. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here. This is only a 2-touch trend line, but I am not doing anything until this closes below this trend line and gives me a second red candle, and then I'll be more than happy to enter this and take this down to 1.4469. And we placed our stop at the 200 exponential moving average, and that's a good place for any stop, is always the 200, right? All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. The Euro Yen, I think, is going to change a trend. It's very bullish. You can see where it's broken resistance yesterday. That is a new resistance line I put on the chart today, and we're going to see what happens with this. We really need some direction with this. I think if you look at this to me looks like we have a evening star resistance here. So we have decision, indecision, indecision, and then decision. And I think, that's an evening star, so that's a change of direction. I'm looking for this to break this trend line, and we can sell this. And again, we'll take down the 200. If it breaks the 200, I'd be more than happy to take it down to 134.75, which is the next level of support. All right, let's take a look at our last pair of the day, which is our New Zealand dollar. Here's another one. I have to be honest with you. I think we're going to change a trend. I think this is absolutely a change of trend. I think we're going to see some movement here to the downside, or to the upside. So I'm looking for the retrace. I'm looking for this to continue to head up. So yeah, you look at the daily chart. This thing's on the move. It's got a little gap to close, but this thing looks pretty powerful to the upside. I think it's on the daily chart. I think it's heading for the 200 exponential moving average. But I think we have a change of trend. I really do. I think we have a change of trend. Now, if you look at on this chart, you can see that the previous gap hasn't been closed yet. So this is pretty interesting. But I'm going to trade what's in front of me. What's in front of me is a very bullish candlestick pattern. So I want to see this pull back, and let's see what happens. This is being recorded quite early, so we have many hours before the London Open. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our good friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, cloudy, ugly day out of Pattaya, Thailand. Traders, have a great day. Please always remember to trade safe and not hard. And we'll catch you tomorrow before the London Open. Have a great day, traders, and bye-bye.